Hi there. If you've ever opened Blender and thought, what on earth is going on here? I can't learn this, this is too complicated, you're in the right place. I'm Eddie, I'm a professional 3D designer, and I've put together what's probably one of the most complete step-by-step Blender courses on YouTube. It's over 35 hours long with 70 plus lessons, all designed to take things slowly and clearly and without the confusion. I'm not going to rush you, I'm not going to skip steps, and I'm definitely not going to leave you pausing every 5 seconds thinking, wait, what did he just say? We'll keep things simple, really simple. So if other tutorials have felt too fast or overwhelming, please stick around. We're going to learn Blender together by creating this classic Land Rover and environment. Hello and welcome back now to lecture 75. And in this lecture I want to just have a go at doing the gear shift, the main gear shifter sitting here on the transmission tunnel just there. So let's see if we can find a better image. Or first of all, let me just bring an image in full screen. See if I can find a nice one so we can take a look at it. How about this one? Okay, this gives us an idea. So it kind of has this like rubber boot at the bottom here, and then a metal plate just there sitting on the top, and then a sort of cranked actual metal shaft with a handle sitting on top. It's not the clearest of pictures, but it gives us a definite idea of what this should look like. Okay, so let's actually grab that image now and bring it into here, if I can find it again. There we go, there it is. Okay, and let's see what we can do. Let's first of all tap into this transmission tunnel and select that top face there and press Shift S and bring the cursor to the selected. There we go. Let's tap out of edit mode on that. And let's press Shift A and let's go ahead and bring in a cube, and of course let's scale that down. Take it up and bring it down in the Z axis, so SZ, and bring that down to something like that, and then make it touch the surface. Cool. Okay, the next thing I want to do is tap into edit mode on that one and select that middle face like that and hit I and insert to something like that, and take it up slightly and then extrude in the Z, so E, and just bring that up in the Z axis like this, and now hit S and bring that in, just scale in that top face to maybe something like that. We're going to use a subdivision surface modifier on this to make it look a bit more rubbery and a bit more like a gator or a boot or whatever you want to call it. But we need to just add a few more control loops on this just to make sure it doesn't completely lose its form. So I think let's press 2 so we can select edges. Grab just there, press Ctrl R, and we'll put maybe 2 loops in on this. Grab this one here. Hold Alt, grab the whole thing, and just bring that in, but double tap G as you do it, and it'll bring it in without actually changing the shape of anything. It'll just move it up. And let's do the same with the bottom now. Press Alt, grab this, double tap G, and it'll move along the surface without changing anything. There we go. Okay, let's press Alt. And let's grab, I'm sorry, no, let's not press Alt. Let's just grab this one just here and press Ctrl R and put another loop in just there like that. Okay, let's see what happens now when we apply a subdivision surface modifier to this. So let's tap out of edit mode on this and let's fix the scale. So Ctrl A and apply rotation and scale. Let's add modifier, generate, and subdivision surface modifier. Let's increase this to 2 and turn on cage and see what we've got. tap into edit mode on this. And first thing I want to do is just grab this edge here and press Ctrl R and put a control loop in this way. That's cool. And we'll do the same on this axis too. Ctrl R and put a loop in here. And that's kind of got exactly what we wanted straight away. That's cool. We can actually just grab this edge here just like this, press Ctrl R and put a loop in just there like that. Cool. That's our shape. That's what we wanted. Okay, let's tap out of edit mode on this and let's right click and shade auto smooth. And let's just take that down so it's like a little bit inside the surface of the transmission tunnel. Let's take that forward a little bit and just scale it down a tiny bit. Cool. That will do just fine. Let's tap into edit mode again with this one now. Press 3 so we can select faces and grab these top faces here. And let's press Shift S and cursor to the selected. There we go. Let's tap out of edit mode with this. And let's press Shift A. And let's go ahead and bring in a cylinder. We'll keep the vertices at 32, hit S and bring this down. Scale this into position like this. Let's scale this down to Z, so SZ, and bring this down to something like that. That's cool. Okay, now we've got that. Let's just select this face here, and we'll press I for inset, and just bring this in quite a ways to about there like that. Once we've done that, let's press E for extrude and take that up in the Z axis. Just something like that, then press S and just bring that in a bit like that. Let's press E again and take another one up, slightly less height this time. Press S and bring this in. And press E and take it up a little bit and press S and bring this in. And cool, that's what we want. Okay, let's tap out of edit mode with this now and fix the scales. So I'll press Ctrl A and apply rotation and scale. Let's tap back into edit mode now. And hold down Alt and make sure we've got edge selection on first. Hold down Alt. Now press Shift Alt and grab these rings here, like this. Once we've got those, press Ctrl B. And we'll do a bevel on those. Something like that maybe. And increase the vertices to 2. And there we go. Let's tap out of edit mode on that again now. And shade auto smooth. And see what we got. Let's try just adjusting the angle tolerance. Just to see what works for us. And just there is what I want. That's the shape. Brilliant. Okay, let's select this again now and tap into edit mode. Press 3, grab this face here and press Shift S and cursor to the selected. Now we can tap out of edit mode again on that. We can press 3 to view this from the side. Oops. And we can press Shift A, and this time let's bring in a path curve. There we go. Let's rotate that on the Y-axis. So RY, 90, enter, and hit S and scale that down. Hit S again and scale it some more. And maybe just bring that up now and see what we got. That's cool. Let's tap into edit mode on that. And I need to sort of look at the crank on this thing. It sort of cranks like this, doesn't it? So let's see what we can do with that. I'll grab that first one there now and bring it back to the final position that I want to put it at, which I would say is about there like that. Okay, I'll bring this one on now and bring this one up and bring this one over. And I'll leave these three pretty much where they are. Maybe I can bring this one over here like this a little bit. I'll grab these two here now, and I'll subdivide that. And I'll grab these two, and I'll subdivide that. And I'll grab this one here, and this one here, and I'll subdivide that. Maybe 2 on that one. So I'll add an extra vertices. There we go. Now let's see with these extra control points what we can do. Bring that one to there maybe. And bring that one over a little bit as well. Maybe bring this one now. I'll hit G and I'll just move it manually now. And bring that to about there like that. I'll grab this one, tap G, and just bring this one up just to square that area over a little bit. And see what I can do with this one. I'll hit G and bring this down. And I'll grab this one here now, hit G, and bring this one closer. Grab this one now, hit G, and bring this one closer as well. By doing that, we really sharpen up that curve. Alright, that's kind of what I want. I think I'll grab these ones here and take them down. Grab this one here and take this one down. And see how that looks. Okay, so let's go here to Object Data Properties now, and let's add some thickness to this. Try and figure out how thick we want this to be. Maybe one more. That's it, that's about right, just like that. And let's have a look at what we've got here. On the resolution preview, let's bring this down to maybe a 4 even, or 5. Let's leave it at a 5. And here, right down here on the resolution, let's bring this down to a... Well, let's leave that where it was on a 4. Or maybe bring it down to a 3. There we go, that's cool. Okay, so let's actually tap out of edit mode with this one now. And just take one final look at it. See if we're happy with the size. And I think we are. So I'm actually going to convert that now to a mesh. Okay, let's tap back into edit mode on this one again. Let's press 2 so we can select edges. Hold Alt, grab this top edge here, press Shift S, and bring the cursor to the selected. And now let's tap out of edit mode, and let's press Shift A. And let's go ahead and bring in a cylinder. We'll keep it at 32 vertices and hit S and scale this in. Till we get something hit. I'll scale it up a little bit more. And now, of course, I'll scale it down the Z, SZ, and bring this down like this. And just have a look at it and see if we can get the kind of size that we want on the actual gear knob. Let's scale this up a little bit more. And take a look at that. Maybe a tiny bit more. And that should do. Okay, let's fix the scale on that. So let's press Ctrl A and apply rotation and scale. And let's tap into edit mode. Grab one of these curves and press Ctrl R and bring in a control loop. Let's press 3 so we can select faces. Grab this face here. Hold Shift, grab this face here, hit S and scale those in. Do something like that. Once we've done that, let's press 2 so we can select edges again. And what shall we do? Let's press 3 actually so we can select faces. Grab this face here, press I, inset, bring that up in, and just bring that up a little bit more as well. Just something like that. That's cool. Let's press 2 now so we can select edges. Okay, now we've done that. Let's hold down Alt and let's select this top edge here. And hold down Shift and Alt now and grab this edge here and hold Shift and Alt, grab this one too, and press Control B. Bevel those edges. There we go, that's cool. And now let's do this one here separately. So let's press Alt and grab this one too, press Control B, and put a bigger bevel on this one. Let's actually scroll the mouse wheel to put a few more verts in there, and there we go, that's cool. Okay, let's tap out of edit mode on this, and let's take a look at it. And of course, let's shade auto smooth, and see what we get. And I think that's cool. Let's tap in edit mode one more time and see if there's anything else we want to do to this. And what we could do is press 3, grab this face here, press I, and just insert a little bit more like this. And now press, actually we're actually in face mode, so let's hold down Alt, grab this loop here like this, and press E, and just take that down slightly like this. That's cool. Now let's press 2 so we can select edges, hold Alt and grab this one, hold Shift and Alt and grab this one as well. Let's press Control B again and bevel that, and just put ever such a small bevel on that. Let's see what we got there. And reduce the segments to maybe a 2. There we go. Let's tap out of edit mode on this and see what we got. Something weird going on there, isn't there? Okay, let's actually hold Alt, grab this edge here, right click, and let's dissolve that edge. And there we go, let's clean that up. So I'll tap back in, and that's the effect we want. That's cool. Okay, so that is our gear shift. That's all finished. Let's do a save, so let's press Ctrl S, and I'll see you in the next lecture. Thanks very much, see you next time. So I just want to take a sec to talk about my website. If you're enjoying this tutorial, and you like my take it steady, keep it simple approach, then why not head over to my website. There you can explore a range of courses I've created, including architectural visualizations and animation courses for Blender, or interior design courses learning to make photorealistic renders and animations specifically for Blender. If you're interested in learning AutoCAD, the most popular 2D design software in the industry, I've got you covered with a comprehensive course on that too. Plus, you'll get sneak peeks of upcoming courses so you can stay ahead of the game. To check it out, just click on the link in the description below and don't forget to use the discount code 20OFF to get, you've guessed it, 20% off all my courses. So now, let's get back to the tutorial. Thanks very much. Hello and welcome back to lecture 76. And in this lecture I want to put in the other 2 gear levers that the Land Rover had. So let me just bring up an image and see if I can find a better one. There we go. That's the image we want. So we have this small sort of lever here, gear lever, which I'm not sure what they're for, to be honest. And then we've got another one here, which sort of goes into the floor. Let's see what we can do with those. I see that this one sort of goes into the transmission tunnel with this sort of raised area. And the other one goes directly into the floor. So this one will be super easy. So let's do this one here first, this shorter one, see what we're going to do with that. Let's grab this transmission tunnel and then grab this piece here too. And let's hit the / key on the numpad just to isolate those 2 items. Let's tap into edit mode on this piece. And let's select this edge here, press Ctrl R, and bring in 2 control loops. And position those something like that. Now let's actually press Alt, grab this one now, and just move that one forward. If you tap G, it actually won't distort the piece at all. There we go. That's cool. Something like that. Okay, next let's put a control loop in on the horizontal. So I press Control R and put a loop in about there, like that. Let's press 3 now so we can select faces. Let's grab this face here and press X and delete that face. Let's press 2 again so we can select edges. Grab this edge here now and press E and X and extrude that out. Just something like that. Maybe in a little. Maybe in a little more. There we go, something like that. Yeah, that works for me. Okay, I'm going to select this edge here now, and I'm going to right click and I'm going to subdivide. And I'm going to grab this edge too, going to right click and I'm going to subdivide. Now I'm going to press 1 so I can select vertices. I'll grab this one here, hold shift and grab this one here and take those back. And I'll grab this edge here now and I'll take that one back as well, a little bit, to about there I'd say. Now I'll grab this outer vertice here, then grab this one there, right click and I'll merge vertices at last. And I'll do the same on this one. I'll grab this one here, hold shift, grab this one, right click and merge vertices at last. The next thing I want to do is grab this vertex here and then this one, right click and new edge from vertex. And then grab this one here, hold shift, grab this one, right click and new edge from vertex. And do the same here, this one and this one, right click and new edge from vertex. That's cool. Okay, let's press 2 so we can select some edges now. We'll grab this edge, hold shift and grab this one, and just type F to fill it. Do the same here. And type F. And do the same here now. And type F. And the last one is here. And type F. There we go. That's cool. Let's actually tap out of edit mode now and then grab this one. Let's press 7 so we see from above. And grab this and then pull this into position. We're going to use this as the sort of the rubber gaiter for the top of this gear lever. There we go. Centralize that as much as we can. And that looks good to me. Could always just scale this down a tiny bit. I'll hit S, bring this down. And yeah, that's good. I'll leave it just like that. Okay, let's tap into edit mode again. And let's press 2 so we can select some edges. We'll grab this one, and this one, and this one, and press Ctrl B and bevel those edges. Something like that. Then scroll the mouse wheel maybe 3 times to get a softer edge on that. We could actually as well just grab, well, let's leave it. Let's see what happens with the Shade Auto Smooth. So I'll tap out of edit mode now. And then let's right click and Shade Auto Smooth, and then move the angle up and see what we get when everything moves right up. There we go, that just popped just there. That's fine now. Okay, that works for me. Okay, let's grab this one now. And let's press Shift S and bring the cursor to the selected. And let's press Shift A and Mesh, and let's bring in a cylinder. And let's bring the vertice count down quite low to maybe 20. And let's hit S and scale that in. Maybe bring that up on the Z axis. And scale it down a little bit more. Let's press Tab and tap into edit mode. Press 3. Grab that top edge there now and bring that up to sort of form the shaft there. We could tap A to grab all, and now just scale that down. So I'll hit S and just scale that down a bit, and maybe take it down a bit. Okay. Let's press A to grab all again, and now scale it down, but not in the Z. So I'll hit S, and hold down Shift, and type Z. And now just scale that down, but not in the Z axis. That looks good to me. That looks about right. I'll tap out of edit mode on that. And now let's shade auto smooth and see what we got. That's cool. That's just fine. Okay, let's bring everything back. So we'll hit the / key on the numpad. And now let's grab this handle here, or this thing. And let's press Shift D and bring a copy over in the X axis. We'll bring it over to something like this. We'll press 7 to see this from above. And maybe let's turn the windscreen off just here. Hide that for a minute. And now bring this in and bring it across until it's sitting center of the cursor. There we go. Let's press Ctrl 3 to see this from the side now. And now bring this down. And there we go. That's cool. Let's scale that one down, hit S, and scale that one down a bit like that. You bring it down again so it sits there. There we go. That's cool. The next thing we do is grab these 3 items. So hold Shift and grab all 3. Press Ctrl J to join them together. And now press 7 to see this from above. And press Shift D and X and bring a copy out. Maybe looking at this picture, take it forward a little bit to something like that. Let's press Ctrl 3 now to see it from the side. And then let's bring this down until it's touching the floor. Let's tap into edit mode on that. And let's see what we're going to do. I think I want to increase the size of this a little bit. So I'll press 3 so I can select faces. Grab face, hold down Control and press plus until all faces are selected. And now hit S and just scale that up ever so slightly to something like that. That'll do. Okay, let's select a face on this bit now and press Control plus. Expand our selection on that and maybe press Control 3 to see this from the side and bring that up until that's pretty much level with the other one, or maybe even a little bit higher to about there. Let's select that face there now and press Control 3 again, and now take that one up until it's actually making contact. There we go. Let's tap out of edit mode on that and see what we got. And that's created our 3 gear levers. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Okay, so let's do a quick save. So I'll press Control S. And I'll see you all in the next lecture. Thanks very much. Alright, that's it for today. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this helpful, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you want to see more tutorials just like this, be sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you can get notified when new content drops. You can also check out my channel for more episodes of this series, or you can head over to my website to explore my full range of courses. Okay, thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.